Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 9 of Firemind, the one fortress that shall be our new mountain home. I have done a lot of things in between this and the last episode, and I want to show off what I have prepared. We will today see the furnishings of the entire apartments. Our expedition leader has decided that the current state of affairs can go on like that. Every dwarf here deserves to have a cabinet and a chest. So this goes over to the apartments up here, and here we already see what I have prepared. I have carved out, or prepared to be carved out, several little districts that have all a little bit of a different shape. A few ideas I have already on the way for temples and taverns, eating halls and the like. And upstairs here we have another real nice area. This is also a 5-on-5 room that we can use for a temple or whatever, alongside with a nice amount of various shaped apartments, with a plaza in the center where we are going to fill in the various smaller gods that need worship here. So this is not really enough to accommodate the 300 people that will live one day here, but it is a start. I need to start somewhere after all. So, speaking about such things, it is also another thing on my to-do list for today that I want to check with my jewelers, and I want to prepare for the caravan that comes, because we're going to be able to sell some goods and buy ourselves some gear. At least I hope so. So we're going to set up here a nice little stockpile, and I've had an idea. There has been a very, very specific idea on my mind. We're going to create... Where are they? Shouldn't there be something for the legs as well? Ah, no, not body. Yeah. Now I know my mistake. So we need to do this like that. Yeah, audience from the previous episodes might already guess where this is heading towards to. We're going to have some fancy leggings here. So the Queen of the Towers of Ages, the current queen, Mamoose Strapshots, is a avid lover of leggings. Therefore, we are going to create a few. I'm going to pick them up from this stockpile here. And as far as I know, you can also decorate things with gemstone that aren't furniture, but also gear. Let's check that out if I'm wrong about that or not. But encrust, finished goods, ammo, well, too bad. We cannot do this because it ain't finished goods or ammo. Well, okay, we have to erase that command, and we'll just have to do something else. That will be also very, very much to the liking of the queen. We're just gonna sell some heavily decorated coffins. That's the other thing our queen loves. Isn't she a beauty? So we're going to go and pick up coffins from these two stockpiles, and we're going to go crazy today. Come on. We want to export something fancy, and we're going to go for Bilon. I think it is a sarcophagus under these circumstances, and yeah, we are going to sell a heavily decorated sarcophagus back to the mountain. You can't sell too many of these items because they are stupidly heavy, and sadly, if you just want a power game, you should just sell lavish meals all the way along, and you will create dwarf bucks to no end. It's a little bit lame, but I want to mention it if you just want money. So we're going to see that these apartments are getting carved out in no time. We have several legendary miners here, and we are putting them to good use. Alright. our metalsmith is withdrawing from society. He's one of the new arrivals that came with the previous caravans. So I'm very, very curious to find out what he's up to. So he picked up a couple of these Billon bars, and isn't he working on the... Okay, so turns out I have ordered the Billon sarcophagus, and this seems to have sparked an inspiration in this guy. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We're still gonna be doing this like that. So we're gonna follow, in the meantime, what this fine young gentleman is up to. Tune-sounded oils. Now, that is an interesting one. So this is the deceased Duchess of Cogana Ross, the founding member, the expedition leader of the big ocean bridge place. It is really fascinating to see, when you play this game longer, how this place creates histories. Tune-sounded oils was a very, very prominent person, and it is really interesting to have this man now working here. And it seems as if he wants to be another legendary crafter here in the ranks of Firemind. This place really attracts a lot of special people, and let's check out what he grabbed himself. Billon bars, citrine, llama leather, llama bone, cave spider silk. Good thing that I bought that. See, I brought that from the Prepare Carefully caravan. I have no access to this material yet. That saved his life. Would have been a shame to lose him like that. Okay, so let's see. We have had a message about pirate being found. Yeah. Yar. There be pirate. So we have finished this entire floor in absolutely stunning amount of time. So we're going to put down diorite blocks here. And there's still the pressing matter of metals to be found. But I have decided that I will postpone that a little bit to force the construction of these civic areas. It is, as we are right now, clear that Firemind attracts people like crazy, and we will need these apartments to keep all these many people happy and accommodate them like proper dwarfs deserve to live, especially in their mountain home. So I'm pressing this a little bit more forward, as the previous two migration waves had brought a lot of dwarfs. Like, seriously, a lot of dwarves. So founding this civic core sounds like a really, really nice thing. Considering that the caravan is right ahead of us, in a narrative point of view, it does make sense too that our mayor and our expedition leader, she still is hanging out there. I haven't forgotten you, Uzul. She's the real hidden superstar here. She's now not important anymore because the mayor is the more important person, but she's going to be the baroness of this place after all. So, where was I? He claims the helmet as a family heirloom. Interesting. Let's have a look at this treasure. So, interesting, it has a reference to the previous queen, or one of the previous queens of this place. It's also quite interesting to me that the dwarves of this place seem to have quite a tendency to have queens. Alright, so we'll have to configure a few things like this. Oh, that doesn't work out like that. Whoopsie daisy. So I'm going to configure this workshop like that. He's only allowed to pick up gems and furniture from here, and now we're going to order here that furniture has to be encrusted with cut gems. The result of that will be decorated Bilon sarcophagi. Well, there we go. So, our legendary armor smith is doing this work. Don't know. Probably I should one day really specialize these people a little bit more, but I haven't done so before. But maybe it is time to do so soon. Alright, as you can see here, we're decorating these items now a wee bit. Let's see where this will lead us. Okay, I've also prepared this area here to become the new barracks. I have already drawn out a few walls in my mind and considered and pondered about what I want to do and how I want to do things here, and I've discovered that this is an excellent place for the first barracks, as our first attacks will come from the surface. We will be most likely attacked by snatchers or an outright goblin siege. So having my troops here in the vicinity right before the traps sounds like a really legit and solid choice, as I think this will get us quite somewhere. The fortress right now is in a real busy mood. There's so much furniture that has to be made, and when we check down to our stoneworkers' quarters, there should be a constant request of items. There is a flurry of workers. I want to decorate these things as well soon. One thing at a time, though. One thing at a time. Alright. The more pressing matters right now are these civic quarters, but we're coming along quite nicely. They needed their final polish, pun intended, and then some furniture. But I will be putting in that furniture into these rooms between the episodes, as this is really mind-numbing to watch. But it is a necessary evil. That has to be done. What I wanted to point out here, though, is that this setup right now will host, right now, if I didn't miscalculate, around 150 people. So this is just like the half of the city. Luckily, we have a couple of layers that we can still go upstairs before we run out of room to work with. But it is clear that the city core will wander a little bit to the left over the course of the time as the mountain narrows a little bit to that. But I gotta say, the more this place grows, the more I fall in love with the architecture that the mountain offers me, as it is really fascinating to build your fortress upwards. And I really love the idea that one day soon our dwarves will be watching over this valley through gemstone windows, and later, one soon day, or one far day later, they will watch as magma pours over these hillsides. Come on, that's epic, isn't it? To me it is. So, the caravan from the mountain home, or from Urdim Anam. Where is actually Urdim Anam? Is that our... Oh. You don't get the dwarven names anymore. Well, whatever. Let's say it's the mountain. Okay, the outpost liaison has arrived, and I really hope that they brought us the items that I requested in sufficient amounts, you know. Wow, that's all that we created in value with these sarcophagi? Seriously? I think I'm going to give them to the queen. Oh dear. Now, I want to postpone the diplomacy until I have seen what's going on there. Oh, alright. I take everything back. Values are being created. Let's check back with that. Is the job done? Yes, it is. So, obviously, both of them are ready to be served. Wonder if the second one could be decorated more, though. Well, we're gonna use the riches that we got. So this one will be offered, and well, I'm gonna do the. No, I'm not gonna do it. Nope. I'm. Okay, never mind. We have only that, and where are all our cut gems? Can't be true that these are all our cut gems. I don't believe you guys. We've been mining so much. Where should they have gone to? So here, gem bin. Pretty sure it just doesn't get displayed correctly there. I'd be very, very surprised if that would be truly the case. So you can easily cheese the game by just selling gigatons of lavish meals to whatever trader comes around. But I really want to stop doing this, as it is a really lame way of accruing wealth. I mean, sure, it is not a bad thing, but I want to do a roleplay run here, and it feels wrong to metagame like that. I mean, sure, I would love to export fine dwarven cuisine, but it is just outright ridiculous how much wealth you can generate with that. So, I don't. 14,000. What's in that box, Dad? It's supposed to be 14,000 worth. Whatever. So, as you see here, there's all the wealth that we've been asking for. And I'm offering some of these very valuable thingies. Okay, so, dear God, they brought really costly things. Lots of steel items, but luckily also affordable things. So, it seems as if we have to pay for steel blades, but at the end of the day, I don't mind steel. So we're going... It seems as if we're buying for 2 jurists here. That's okay for me. So I'm taking a little bit of the discount gear when it comes down to the armor. I went for steel on the weaponry though. So let's take the bismuth bronze. Pretty costly though, but high quality. As you see here, we have to buy, we have to sell quite a lot of things. So let's rebuy a bit of that cave spider silk, as we have discovered. It is quite vital to the survival of some people here. And I also want to import leaves and fruits for the dwarves to brew booze out of, so we have a little bit of a variety here. Well, so, leggings. Let's pick up the greaves too. Alright, so it does require a little bit more of our treasures, and that's totally okay. Just to put this into perspective, you could just simply put a barrel of fine meals in there, and we would have been able to pay like possibly the entire order. So, okay, you guys, that's fine with me. So the sarcophagus will be offered as gift to the queen. I wonder if this is really working out as I think it is, as I will see that our leader gets this offering, and I know the queen does love that stuff. She does. It's not a myth. Now, let's, I'd say, keep that business coming. I like it like that. Since we are not finding our own stuff here so far, we're just gonna continue ordering these things from the mountain home. I think this is an absolutely legit way of getting my soldiers equipped. Sure, it is absolutely inefficient compared to producing things yourselves and such, but whatever. A need for large gems is expected. Oh, I need to check on back how to create these. I've kind of like forgotten how you make these, but whatever. Now, let's create our glorious militia of 2 dwarves. Yeah, but I need to check here. So, we got here a Spearmaster, Rakust mine portals from the Ochre Slings. If I remember correctly, she is a true war hero. This fine lady was already part of the, let's see, Coincidental Tombs? That's Kokana Ross. Huh. Interesting. I think that's a very, very weird one that she has one memory of 108. I wonder if she's one of the disappeared soldiers back in the day. Whatever. She's gonna be our militia leader as she is a legendary soldier, and you just have to use these talents, you know? So, there we go. Militia Commander Squad. And let's see. I bet that... Oh boy, look there. Another fellow from the Ochre Slings. Isn't that perfect? They must be so happy to be back in duty together, like old friends. Nice. I like that. So... let's get that done. Slap down a barracks. And assign that one to training, living, and all the other stuff. Because I decided this time to have it, to have the barracks actually the place where my soldiers are living and eating and dying at. Okay, you get the idea. So, let's put a bit of furniture inside there. And we are going to create ourselves... let's see, I need obviously a little bit more Billon. I like the fact that we at least got this, you know. And we're going to go for... this. And weapon stand, of course, fitting to that. So... oh, come on. Yeah, right, it's slipping out of the orders because we don't have enough Billon right now. Of course, of course. But look at these two badasses back in duty. So, Atur Lightning Earthen. Now that actually sounds like a badass. So, let's see here. Passing acquaintance. It seems as if they haven't met each other in duty. So yeah, that's a very, very interesting thing to see. So, that's really, really weird. Did I have two companies called the same? I don't know. It's not that important. What is important is that this fortress is now being protected by two legendary fighters in full gear, with a steel weapon in their hands. I think the next goblins that want to ransack this little village will experience a very, very bitter surprise. Cool. I like it. So, back to business. We haven't found too much down here, and it is about time to make sure that we find something more somewhere else. There has been the proposal to dig more, well, how to put it, more focused into exploration and finding new metals. That would be one really wise choice, surely, but I have found a lot of happiness in digging around this crater. I really don't know what we're going to do with the cavern around that, but I use it as a good excuse to mine around here. Maybe we find something, maybe we don't, and if we don't find something, I will use a little bit more pressing methods. As currently, I don't see that this fortress is suffering too badly from the delay in finding metals. Not at all. We are creating tons of gemstone this way, and this is really good. Okay, new people arriving yet again. So, this is what I've been talking about, why I was pressing forward with the expansion of the fortress like that, because This fortress is already a legend, as it seems, and people come from near and far to be here. And let's see, coincidental tombs, former member of the Metalsmiths Guild, a legendary weaver. So, and if we check all these, they all seem to have a history with our previous fortresses one way or another. I love this. This is really giving me a good vibe. Haven't we had that a moment before already? Are there now 2 migrant waves coming at the same time? What is happening? Whatever. I don't mind having a lot of people around here. It does help our conquest after all. So, I haven't fully figured out what I will be doing with this, but I will be doing something. So, I have a petition. The crafts dwarves want a guild hall, of course. We will see that through, even though I really wonder why, among all people, the crafts dwarves. So it seems we have again a hunter here. Yeah. Tourist, no hunting. Stop shooting the giant mountain goats. I don't know what the fetish of you guys is with the with those mountain goats, but I think we need to put it down now. Let's send our fighters and end this horrible suffering here. There we go. Bam. So, our fighters have put the poor thing out of its misery, and he's holding it. Wait a sec. What is he doing with that? Have I never discovered how this works, huh? So possibly we will have now giant goat stuff on the menu. All right. I am going to delay the construction of that guild hall as I want to think about where I will put it down. I think it will go down in the workshop area, as I think this is a pretty good spot to be, but I want to have a second thought about it. Maybe I will do it differently. I don't know. These wood opals down here, they are really nice though. And so we are generating quite a nice amount of wealth. And also, should the need ever arise, I have lots of stone. Here in the diorite layer, it is also quite useful for us, as diorite is one of our main construction materials, and we've struck native silver. Hell yeah! I love it. Twice. Alright, let's see where this is getting us. I mean, I'm a little bit afraid that we're going to hit another cavern, but now that we have actually legendary fighters fully geared out, I'm not that super afraid anymore. You see, a troll or anything like that is not going to kill us anymore, and I'm quite happy about that. Red zircon. Jeez, this is the valuable stuff. This is among the most valuable types of stone, gemstone that you will find before it's dangerous. And praise the miners. We're finding galena right next door. So lead and silver. We will be seeing a fortress here that will be ultimately capable of maintaining an entire silver hammer squad. We should do that. We should totally do that. I like the idea of that. Since silver is the first metal that we seem to have in large amounts here, so... Alright, I love it. The best part is that we are obviously now gathering in a nice amount of metals for us to work with. So, it ain't iron yet, but it doesn't need to be iron yet, you know? We are just starting out, and we are going to dig around that crater even more. If somebody in the comment section has a fancy idea what we should do with that crater, let me know. I'm really interested in your ideas. Maybe we will make that the magma reservoir one day. That should be actually quite a smart idea. Something like that. if you have a good idea for me, let me know. I'm really all ears. Until then, my good friends, it is sadly again time to say goodbye for today. But fret not, we will have more Dwarf Fortress very, very soon. I'm working on the next episode very quickly, and you guys can leave me your comments down below. A thumbs up would be wildly appreciated. Many, 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 many thanks for watching this. And if you want to support the channel directly, check out Patreon, PayPal, or Buy Me a Coffee. The links are in the description box below. You will also find the links down there to the playlists where you can watch all the Savage Lands, all the fortresses where all these jurists come from. I have made playlists for all of them. So if you want to see more, go knock yourself out. Thanks for watching yet again. Thanks for being around, and we're gonna meet again next time. I'm really curious to see what will happen as we are now in full-on exploration mode for next episode. Can't wait to see. Have a good one. Bye-bye.